It's time for another Dice Tower review with the Chief, Bart Brunsheen.
Hi, this is the Chief from the Dice Tower, and many of you know I'm a police sergeant, and sometimes when I come home from work, I'm pretty exhausted and maybe even a little bit fed up, but I still like playing games, and I sometimes don't want too much of a heavy game, so I wanted to show you guys Farkle. This one happens to say Farkle Party. These are from Legendary Games, but Farkle is kind of an open source game. I've seen it called a folk game. It goes under several different names. I've seen 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, Hot Dice, Zonk, Squelch. There's just tons. So this is like a deluxe copy. We'll go in and take a closer look, but I wanted to show it to you. I think it's a great family game. My boys like chucking dice. I like rolling dice, and it's just got that push your luck element. And, you know, it's light and fun. So sometimes that's what I'm looking for when I get home. Let me show you. All right, you're looking at Farkle here. This is the box it comes in. It comes with these really nice 19 millimeter dice, rounded edges. Great color combinations with the red pips. I really like the chunky feel of these dice. The other thing I like is they've got the scoring combinations for this version of Farkle. By the way, when you're playing Farkle, everybody's kind of got their own different scoring rules. So when you're playing with this one, at least they're well printed there. This is just a little felt bottom. The way Farkle works is at the beginning of each turn, the player will throw all of their 6 dice. And after each time they throw, they have to remove one or more of the scoring dice, and it has to be set aside. So they've got to be able to remove scoring dice and set something aside. And if you don't get something that scores on this, there's a push your luck element, then you're done. So in this version, if I'd had, you know, let's just play the whites that are out here. This would have been a heck of a roll. Clearly I would have stopped here. I've got all 6 of my die are scoring with my 3 1s and my 3 6s. And you would just go through and follow the chart on what you've got. So 2 triplets here would be 2,500 points. You're generally playing to 10,000. But you can see the scoring ramifications. And then let's say I just had gotten, you know, a 5, and I was pushing my luck, or a 1, and I'm pushing my luck and I roll again. Well, this time, of course, I'm going to hold on to my 1s and I roll again. So I could stop at any point in time, and maybe I want to stop here. I got 4 of a kind under this scoring system. I've got 1,000 points, and I would probably want to do that. I might pull the 5 off because by itself it'll score me 50. But if I roll this and I don't get something just like this, I got a 3, my whole score is gone. I've done. I've pushed my luck too far. And that's it. And then you pass it to the next player, and it goes on until someone scores 10,000 points. So fun, light game. You've seen this. Basically what you're getting here is the felt scoring pad right here, the bigger, chunkier dice, and the little tray that you can set these on. If you come in and get this, what they call the Farkle Party version. And by the way, it's an open source game, as I stated. Usually I see it spelled with an LE. This deluxe version or whatever, they're spelling it with an EL. I really like this version. Sorry, you've got your scoring pads, by the way, here. There's a scoring pad with this other larger dice system as well. So you can track your players. This one is really nice because you've got all these color corresponding colored dice with the rolling box that you can have, and you've got a different one for everybody. So, and the rules laid out in here. So, but it is Farkle's Farkle. This is a 10 tray that you've got it in. So all this is you're really just getting a deluxe copy if you're interested in that. Enough said. You've seen the deluxe components that I've got here from these 2 versions. I love the big chunky dice. I love, as I've showed you, the little like backgammon rolling boxes or whatever they're called. I'm sure there's a formal name. I'm not a big fan of rolling into such a small little tray. If I'm rolling into something like this, I'd want a big one. But with my little boys, if they don't have a target, these dice are going everywhere. They're bouncing off this granite on the floor and all over the place. So it's good to have a target for them to shoot at. So that is what I like about this. So not a whole lot of depth here, but that's not what you're looking for if you're playing Farkle. It's just a fun push your luck game that you can play with your buddies or your friends. I guess that's both. See you guys later. Chief.
Thanks for watching our review today. For more information about board games, as well as the #1 board game audio podcast, check out Dicetower.com for reviews, interviews, and more. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.